That's it, everybody. Welcome back into the Paper Plane Inn. I'm Mikata Niue, and thank you guys for waiting for me to come back live. It is so good to actually see you guys here today. Did you guys eat well? Did you guys rest well? Did you guys have a good day at work? If not, I hope that today's stream will make your day a bit more brighter and better. If not, you can just sit back and relax and enjoy the inn. But how is everyone doing today? I'm doing all right. I just I just finished up eating, so that it's taken a little bit of a while for it to finally go down, if you will, but I'll be okay. The silence made me think she was about to jump scare us. Nah, not really. It's just, OBS is taking its sweet time to actually load up this thing, you know? But I'm alright. I'm okay. Let's see. I am doing good. I'm gonna have pancakes for breakfast today. Oh, that actually sounds great! Oh, it's been a while since I actually had pancakes. Now I'm hungry for them. Maybe whenever she chooses a horror game for funsies. You know, that is something I really need to do for this month. Or we can extend that for a hollow winter month, if you will. Cause there is still the possibility of me going out to Hawaii later down this month. And as such, a good chunk of the projects I need to do when it comes to this month is going to be basically extended / delayed, you know? Because I'm just trying my best to make sure we get to have some level of fun before the holidays actually just go full on blast, if you will. But I will say this, for those who need some level of clarification, I have a strong feeling that I'm going to be gone for about 3 weeks when it comes to this month. I have no official shipping out day yet, but I did actually had a call with my mom today. And she said, and we both come to a sort of agreement that maybe just for the sake of getting the tickets, I'll be gone for about 3 weeks. Yeah, but it may be enough for me to actually help out where I could there, but I don't know if that'll be enough time to actually get important documents done over there, but who knows. Let's hope Gremlin doesn't release the rats to break the drinks in again. I hope not to. I made sure that the cellar is nicely closed and try to inspect if there's any portable holes, if you will. But anyways, I think it's about time we actually get to work on our stream today. Now, Now, for those who actually are in the know, who need a little bit of a refresher, how about we actually go to the podium so I can explain this proper? Okay, so, and let me also turn off my deafened status in Discord. For those who actually been following me for the past couple of years, I have been doing an interesting project where I actually design monster husbandos and waifus, if you will. And that also includes a non-binary spouse in the mix. And the first time we ever done this was back in 2022, where I actually designed the first batch of monster husbandos and waifus. We did the Jorogumo, the Tengu, the vampire, the zombie, and the werewolf. And everyone actually has a lot of fun on how this one came to be. And boy, if you actually look back at my old clips, you would actually see how things kind of boiled down. Some iconic moments there. And we actually had so much fun with this. Last year, we actually followed this one up again, and this time around, we actually did another batch. This time around, that time around, when it comes to last year, we did the mummy, the Cubite twins, a succubus and incubus, a slime, and a nekomata. Also, something I had fun with. But if there's any one of these that actually gave me the grief the most, it's the mummy waifu, Nyla. Not that because she has a nice design, but I had to use him, and I have to stylize her locks just about right, you know. Music's a little bit off. Golem, Golem, go back to beginning. Increase volume 50%. Thank you. Believe me, last time I did beat the original FNAF on the Switch and with my sister in front of it. Speaking of last year, let's hope that the whole fiasco doesn't happen again. Okay. But yes, this is what I actually did for the past couple of years, where I decided to just say, you know what? How about we actually just make up a name for this? We will make up a name for this kind of little for this fun little project that I've made for the past couple of years, where these are people you could actually potentially date in this Harvest Moon style project that idea that is called Hollows Grove, where it's a Halloween themed Stardew Valley / Harvest Moon type of idea, where you as the player actually goes down into a well by accident and you stumble upon the first citizen of that town, and speaking of that said citizen who will eventually help you out, how about we all actually see him? This is, as you guys actually see from the label down below. Today we are going to be working on the first NPC you will meet in Hollow's Grove, which is the town mayor. Everyone, this is the sketch of the town mayor, Mayor Orton of Hollow's Grove, an Orthros if you will. Wouldn't it be Rune Factory caused by the cause of the fantasy theme? No, a Cerberus has 3 heads. An Orthros has 2 heads. Yes. And Mayor Orton is the one who in charge of Hollow's Grove, and as well as keep making sure that everyone is okay and actually has a good time, and everyone is perfectly safe, if you will. And Mayor Orton is someone you would actually meet in the first time you got into Hollow's Grove by accident, and was trying to actually figure out what to do with your situation, given that you're basically isekai'd away from home. And when you actually return back to the spot where you actually got spawned out from, the portal was actually closed. And as such, in order to kill time while the portal is still closed, Mayor Orton basically made you as the next farmer of the Hollow's Grove, and well, you gotta. I mean, it may not be much, but it's something that they actually it was the next best thing that they could actually do. Let's see. Does the heads end up arguing with each other? I guess when it comes to some specific dialogue, I mean, I can envision that when it comes to the early beginning of the said project idea of the game, you will actually hear the sounds of two people arguing with each other on what they must do. It wasn't until the blackness fades into this actual scene itself where you actually see Mayor Orton, if you will. And he is basically at least it's not a gravekeeper. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I told you, this game is a Harvest Moon style, it's a Halloween style Harvest Moon / Stardew Valley. But I can imagine it's something like in the leagues of, two different kinds of personalities into one, I argue it'll be something in the leagues of 2 different, personalities versus 2 individual identities, if you will. That's what helps make Mayor Orton stand out a little bit more, but I don't know. I am actually open to any forms of criticism, if you will, so long as it's constructive criticism. I'm sure that every one of us has gotten a little bit mature enough to actually That we actually reach a point that when it comes to criticism, it's constructive criticism. Not like how it was in the old days of DeviantArt. Dear gods. Let's see. It's a rat onesie and needs a little bit bigger tail to go for the raccoon. I'm sorry? I feel like Gremlin is gonna go Sly Cooper with a raccoon onesie since Sly Cooper is a raccoon. Sorry, it's gonna be much more of a similar to how it was to the rat onesie. It's just gonna be a raccoon onesie. And the kobolds are still working on that because they are basically swamped from other costumes that they that the town kind of ordered for Halloween month. And honestly, I don't blame them. Anyways, to be fair, DA fell off years ago, even before they started allowing people to profit from AI art. I know, right? It kind of sucks that the land that I came from is basically now that of a shadow of its former self, and it's incredibly disappointing, you know? I thought that when it comes to DA, when they actually get good, they would actually implement a day after dark, like a branch from DA, a different faction from DeviantArt. Well, more like a different section of DeviantArt where you can actually oppose your Nazi, much more adult content. But no, missed potential. Anyways. The head still acting like it, still act like the eclipse was the best thing since sliced bread. Ah. Okay, that's what you're trying to say. Maybe. But Orton is, but yeah, I argued that when it comes to Orton's status as an Orthros, I know that most people would actually go for the likes that it's two different persons into one head, but in Orton's case, it's more like two different personalities into one body. But I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Cause you got Orton as one that's like a happy-go-lucky. You got one side of Orton that is this jovial old man, and then you got this other Orton who is the this harder-boiled man. Not harder-boiled man. More like sheesh. What's the right word for the job? Let's see. They only allow tasteful noodles, but they don't allow the full slurping noodles kind. I mean, look, I can't understand that, and I think I can understand that to a degree. Like, sometimes if it's depicted right, nudity can also be used for good art. I mean, just look at the old Renaissance paintings for fuck's sake. Some of them aren't maybe tasteful nudity, but it's actually still very good art. I even bookmarked some of them so I can actually use them for reference when it comes to my art. And it's just that I just wish that when it comes to DeviantArt, they should have just implemented a different subsection from DA so you could actually post in the much more mature art, if you will. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Oh, fuck. Okay, I got these in the wrong layer. Okay. Okay, no. Leave empty layer, and we're gonna go ahead and put that there. Okay. Now we're gonna go work onto his other head's face. And you know what's one thing I like about designing this character, chat? He's not just an Orthros. If we actually look, I also use another core element that is to his design, and that is using the Scottish Terrier. And if you guys actually need a little bit of a refresher, this is one. No, yes, 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 you lovely boy, get over here. This is a Scottish Terrier. I'm sure you guys are actually seeing this kind, every now and then, as well as the Lady and the Tramp movie. I just, when I was designing, Mayor Orton, the Scottish Terrier came to mind, and I just wanted to say, okay, yep, this is gonna be official. He's going to be that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and... Okay, and we're gonna go over there. Yep, that's the one, Jock from Lady and the Tramp. Okay, now we're gonna go fix up his eyebrow there. His other eyebrow. There we go. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Believe me, what the heck was DeviantArt thinking with that April Fool's joke of smelling art? Smelling art? I do not quite follow, Alex. You're definitely not making things a lot clearer. I'm getting more confused. I wish they could explain what they could thought of as hate content when they decided to lock me out of my account for a few months back. I was able to petition my account was falsely flagged, but for something like this, I'd like to know what was about hateful. I think I may I think I have an idea what makes it a hateful content art, and but I'm also telling you guys, whatever you do, do not actually do that. Okay. What would make what comes to mind when it comes to hateful art is that you actually draw art that actually promotes, well, really not so good content, like racism, bigotry, bullying. Also, when it comes to gore, violence to some sort of minority or something like that. And also ones that also depicted towards children too. That's one thing that's what comes to mind, at least when it comes to hateful content. Also, using slurs into your art too. Yeah, that could also be something that would also get you into a lot of trouble. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try our best to make sure his stash is just about right for that of a Scottish Terrier. I know I do contact sport related violence, but nothing that goes to the extremes. Then I'm not sure what caused DA to do that to your account, but I am so sorry that this actually happened to you. If you design an NPCs or romance options for this, what will the protagonist look like as either gender? I am still trying to figure that one out, because I had a feeling that they're going to be human in appearance, if you will. But let's see. I had a feeling that they're human in appearance, but we also threw it out there since yesterday's not yesterday's stream, since back in Tuesday's stream, where the costume that they were last wearing during their time before they got fall into the well, that is their they actually have the abilities thanks to that costume, but it's only at very limited capacities. Like, they were wearing a ghost costume that allows them to do a ghost abilities but for a short while. But unfortunately, or for very limited uses. I don't know. I am just pulling things out of my hat, but I am gonna make them something like that of a human-like appearance. Also, it's not often do I actually depict anthropomorphic characters like this often. So, do you guys actually think I'm doing well so far? Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad. Is it bad that I enjoy the classic Disney movies, even if the content makes my jaw drop? No, not at all. I also have been raised with classic Disney movies, and so it's kind of really rare for me to find a live-action remake of a Disney movie that actually stick to the landing on making it really good. Like, the only things I could actually see that are pretty good, in my honest opinion, you guys, which, you know, is my opinion. It's not yours, so take it. So everyone is entitled to their own opinion, okay? For me, in my own honest opinion, the few live-action movies that I actually liked, are the Cinderella live-action movie. The Jungle Book live-action movie, and I also like the Maleficent movie. Yeah, there was a time I actually did like the Beauty and the Beast movie, and that was like a movie date that I asked Steve to watch with me, you know, because I grew up with the stuff. Oh, I wish I realized it then that I made, but I wish I realized it then that I made a horrible mistake. Ugh. But it's a learning experience, because if I didn't, I would never realize that, wow, that was actually really bad. Wait a minute, I'm sorry, the Lilo and Stitch one is the Lilo and Stitch one is the one I'm looking forward to the most in live action. I doubt that. I really doubt that. And my last message got lost. I'm sorry, Emerald Marine. Are you referring to the classic Disney movies? Because that's what I actually talked about. I agree. I liked My Sister Saves the Day plot twist in Frozen, and Moana was okay, and maybe some historical stuff like Live Beauty and the Beast, but that's about it. And you know, that actually is fair. But I think because of how the Disney movies are depicted as of late, I have been missing how. Yes, Boy Splatty? Okay. And now to say something incredibly cursed. If they gain the abilities or whatever the costumes or cosplays that they're wearing, let's play this. Oh God, no! I will not do that in this project. No, we're sticking to something a little bit classic or a little bit iconic. That is not one of them. God help! I have standards. God damn it! I am not implementing that in this story. Anyways, please let me actually continue. Okay. I think when it comes to Disney movies as of late, they're incredibly lackluster in the romance side of their storytelling. Like, in the classic Disney movies, they are iconic for their romance stories. Yeah, some of them will have wish they actually have a little bit more flavoring because for their earlier movies, but the ones that actually stick the landing the most is the one that actually lives rent-free in my head, because I actually really one of my favorite Disney movies out there is Beauty and the Beast, alongside with The Little Mermaid. But I also know them because of their iconic love stories that came with it. Look, I'm a romantic, and whenever it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, I like to play out my character's story, but I also would love to have the romance plot that comes with it. Well, as long as it's meshed well. But yes, I think ever since Tangled and maybe Frozen, as of late, Disney has been neglecting when it comes to the romance, if you will. And Disney is known for their romance stories. I mean, yes, they tell fairy tale stories, but fairy tales also have romance in there. Huh. So, imagine my sheer amount of disappointment when I actually learned that in the history when it comes to Wish, their 100th anniversary story that would have been their modus operandi, magnum opus of the celebration of 100 years of their reign, absolutely pissed me the fuck off, because why must they get rid of, why is this in the cutting room floor? Because the idea that Asha would fall in love with the Star Boy, and as such this would have been the story where it features not only one but two Disney villains, but who are actually a married couple, and they actually scheme together so that way they can actually make sure the kingdom is in their grasp, which also juxtaposes Asha and the Star Boy's romance to see romance that when it comes to old love and new love. Bro, how many L's do you need in your shelf, Disney? Huh. I mean, you can actually find the footprint on it when it comes, if you guys listen to the demo version of At All Costs. And for a song that actually is like a duet between the villain, for a song that's like a different motivational goals between the villain and the protagonist, it is basically a love song, you know? And if you listen carefully to both versions between the official and the demo version, the difference is night and day. How is it that Disney keeps has been dropping this? Is I honestly don't know. And god damn it, I am going into a tunnel. Okay, where is it? Askerman was in the middle of watching Sir! Hives! Wait, I'm the only one in paper plane in. I'm the only one in paper plane in this time. People are running on shelters and diets and where they stand and people fly with their butt. It's a treat! Askerman will take a treat. And Askerman will also use this when I also fly away.
Hello, Gremlin.
Ah! Hello?
What are you doing, Gremlin?
Is that what it is? Uh, 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 uh,
Were you building something?
no?
Gremlin.
Housekeeping is actually fine. I mean, housekeeping doesn't know what they're talking about.
I am not entirely convinced.
Housekeeping actually did nothing.
Are you switching the keys on the key rack?
Hey, listen. No.
Chat is accusing you of switching the keys on the key rack.
Housekeeping did not shit, Steve. Housekeeping was actually using tools for tool shit. Don't want to. No, it's big Thomas.
So you were working on the tab, weren't you?
Nah. Housekeeping is actually put that tab into hold for now. And Housekeeping will take this peek. And now Housekeeping was going back into hold. The inn is not rigged.
The inn is now rigged. Great.
Alright, I'm back. What happened?
Hello. I just showed up as well.
Dave!
Apparently the gremlin has done something to the inn.
Should I be afeared?
Yes, I think we should all be very feared.
It can't be that bad. Let me just, Okay, okay, what is this? Oh! Okay, she actually did rig the inn again! And,
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Dave? She basically rigged the inn with traps. Lots of traps this time around.
Oh no.
I think I detect some that are paintball traps, but I don't know the rest.
Maybe.
Okay, whatever we do, we gotta be a little bit careful. I had a feeling that some of these are paintball traps, and some I have absolutely no idea.
That is concerning.
I mean, okay, I think if anything, we definitely need to find somebody who can actually help dismantle it, so, yeah. Okay, so. All we gotta do is, we'll just leave them alone for now and try our best to avoid them as best as we can. At least until we'll sort this thing out once we're done going live. Okay, so. Okay, aside from House Gremlin taking the treats and also decided to actually bug her off because she doesn't want to she is finally done with her little fun. How are you doing?
I'm doing alright. I figured I'd hop in here for a bit because I basically have to get to cleaning pretty much as soon as work ends in order to make sure that we're ready for my brother's girlfriend who's visiting tonight.
Okay, fair enough. I was actually talking to chat as much as I can. I was just busy talking to chat because I was using this opportunity to talk about the new NPC, the first of the NPCs you will meet in when it comes to Hollow's Grove, and then we actually talked about Disney movies. Especially since I was actually a little peeved as of late that Disney's romance side of the romance section has been very incredibly lackluster or absent.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. That really needs 4,000 banana chocolates to get radioactive poison. No! No! We're not doing that! No! We do not subject Gremlin to radioactive poisoning.
I'm pretty sure you would die of something else if you were to consume 40,000 bananas, and it wouldn't be radiation poisoning. I'm pretty sure it would just be old-fashioned banana poisoning at that point.
Maybe so, but then again, we actually did saw this one. I did remember this one shitpost image that came into the inn once upon a time where a man was paralyzed after eating 413 chicken nuggets, and the comment below that is, so my limit is 412.
It's like, what was that one comment? Today I learned that there is no technically safe limit for alcohol poisoning.
Maybe. She wouldn't get poisoned because she would just get radioactive powers. Oh,
Sadly, that's not how radiation works.
No, unless we're in a comic book. Unless we're in a comic book setting, that's kind of not happening.
Yeah, I mean, you have to either be Bruce Banner or the Fantastic Four, and even then, Bruce Banner didn't end up that well.
I could have, hold on, I just had a bit of a thought. I know the sea of VTubers is as vast as the ocean, if you will, with everyone having their own level of concepts and some of them overlapping one another because originality is basically dead. But I had a feeling that there's some VTubers out there that are basically superhero VTubers.
I am almost certain I have heard of at least one, but I don't remember any specific examples.
There has to. I mean, there has to be.
I'm certain there is. Probably supervillains as well, to be fair.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The catch-22 with doing superhero VTubers is making sure that you're not... it's making sure that you're legally distinct from all the actual superheroes.
And, wait. It will be actually interesting to actually make a concept that is like a superhero VTuber or super villain VTuber. I don't know which one speaks out to me most, but I do know I have a super villainess I made once upon a time.
Huh. I think we all went through a moment where we wanted to do that, to be fair.
I mean, I made her long ago in the late 2000s, or earliest possible 2010, where she was I was supposed to make where I want to enter into this one OC tournament, and I asked Ruby along to be my my partner at the time because you could actually do that once upon a time, and her character was someone who was something akin to that of a Deadpool-esque mercenary, if you will. I had been considering on reflavoring her design, making her a little bit more fitting to D&D, if you will. But yeah, I haven't It's just that I'm kind of hoping that chat is ready for how my art style was back in the 2019, back in the 2000s slash 2010s. Ugh.
I mean, we all go through that. We all go. All artists go through that period where their art style changes as they grow as
And
artists.
this is true. Speaking of superheroes, unless they got it back, old DC and Marvel lost the trademark on the term of superhero finally. Huh. Interesting.
Indeed. Shouldn't have been copyrighted in the first place, but yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, there are a few superhero TTRPG systems, although the only one that I know by name.
Oh?
That being City of Mist, which I believe has come up with their fantasy equivalent as well. I think it just runs on a D10 system, but I don't remember the specifics.
You mean something similar to the World of Darkness?
In terms of how the dice rolls are conducted, yes. Otherwise, it is very different.
Huh.
The lore is also quite distinct for City of Mist.
Let's see. Artist styles develop over time and it makes it look weird in the past. Or descendants. But let's see. And yeah, this is true. It's just that,
Hey, listen.
yes. Though everyone, what's your favorite Disney Channel original movie? It has been a long while. I can't answer that properly. I'm sorry.
As someone growing up in the 90s, the one that I think we watched the most was probably Lion King, although Robin Hood was another popular favorite in our VCR collection.
Oh, I mean, I remember that that Steve's brother said that he's kind of cursed to actually he's kind of cursed when it comes to no wait, I don't think it was Steve's brother. It was someone else. But if you ever mention Robin Hood, Robin Hood's opening, the opening kind of plays in his head, you know, the iconic whistle theme. But for me, if there is a whistle that kind of sticks with me for so long, it would be the Deadly Premonitions whistle theme. Hold on a second. Let me actually get his head into a different layer. The jovial head. Okay.
Somehow the jovial head sounds like a pseudonym for something very specific.
Maybe. Hold on a second. Oh, and now we are on an ad break, so there we go. Let me actually pause this real fast. Let me put this banner up. And anyone who's still here can actually answer me some questions, and I'll try my best to answer where I could. Don't care if the date myself. Black Cauldron. Cora still wish it was properly adapted. The Chronicles of Prydain book series. Oh yeah, the Black Cauldron. Now that was a movie that actually is one of the darkest movies that Disney has ever made. And rightfully so. I've only saw it once, and some of the scenes still live in my head rent-free to this day. And let's see. Another dark movie that I actually have that's my favorite is another dark movie that is my favorite is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. That is a movie you will never see that you never thought you would see be adapted by Disney of all studios, but they actually did. And oh boy, some things in that some things in that movie is stuck with Mickey to this day, and it still does. Do you know that there's a musical version of Hunchback of Notre Dame?
I don't believe I was. I mean, I know that the Disney film has some songs in it, but I didn't call it a musical per se.
Oh, trust me when I say that this musical helped amplify the movie to a few more notches. Cause I'm sure that everyone in here is very familiar with how Frodo was depicted. Um, that he is this cold, stern, and very strict authoritarian, and actually tries to punish the gypsies, all because he was actually horny on Maine for Esmeralda.
Mm-hmm.
In the musical, they actually made him, especially in the beginning, they made Frodo nicer. But that's what makes him even more scarier than he was depicted back into the movie itself. By making Frodo a little bit sympathetic, as well as showcasing his backstory, that he actually had a brother who, okay, that is over, who fell into the dark path, especially because he was involved with the gypsies. It kind of made his motivations a little bit understandable, but it didn't make it right, especially since it gets a little bit much more messed up when oh boy, when he gets to be alone with Esmeralda later down the line, that he did something that really just how do I describe this?
I don't think that needs describing. Your
I think that if anyone goes to if anyone goes to YouTube right now and tries to type in Hunchback of Notre Dame musical and actually try to watch this musical and reach that point, you'll know. Okay. In fact, musical. There we go. Oh dear. Okay, which one? I had a feeling that you're the same. That you're basically the same. Yeah, you're basically the same. Yep. You're basically the same. Okay, I'm gonna post this link right here into the so that anyone could actually get to watch this musical. It's only available in that kind of format, and yes, it wasn't as flashy compared to the other Disney musicals out there, but it really says something, you know? But there would have been a reality, in a sense, that we would have had something. We would have had this, but instead, people want to go to push for, I don't know, Frozen the musical. No, I'm not peeved whatsoever. What are you talking about? Hunchback was very questionable with the direction of the theme. Maybe so, but they still ring through when it comes to the iconic question: what makes a monster and what makes a man? You know. And if anything, it's one of those movies out there that really does depict the value when it comes to empathy, and the value when it comes to, well, being a person. Because it'll be so easy that you would actually lose your way and lose your path, and no amount of groveling that it's for the greater good would actually make up for the fact that you did really horrendous shit. So I am still surprised and a half that Disney was ballsy enough to actually animate the Hunchback of Notre Dame. But I am grateful that they did, because we will, because we're now living in an era where things are getting a little bit too soft and too kid friendly for the kids growing up. There is no I think I'm starting to see that there's what am I gonna how do I describe this? I'm sensing that there is a lack of much more darker stuff that we used to grow up with, and the reason why we actually grew up well with those darker films is because they also depict the values when it comes to empathy, compassion, and everything that makes us human. Like, bro, what? Kids are smarter than they look. They can't handle it.
I feel like the main reason all the Disney stuff did that better was because there was actual nuance to the characters rather than being purely one-dimensional.
I mean, it's not just Disney stuff. I'm also talking about cartoons in general. I mean,
yeah, there seems to be a lowest common denominator approach to the making of these in order to maximize profit now.
Maybe so, but you know, when it comes to storytelling, it's okay to talk about the darker subjects because, well, but that's why they're needed for a story, so that the heroes will actually have something to actually challenge and actually grow because of it. And hi, Phil.
I've been here for a while, but yes, thank you for acknowledging me.
It took me a while because I was looking down at my screen.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm so sorry.
Nah, I just think it's probably just to be here, just like don't say anything, just waiting for somebody to acknowledge me.
Doesn't make it feel any better though, I'm sorry. Anyways.
I do it for the lulz, that's why I don't announce myself.
You know what? Okay, fair enough. And I gotta do these redeems and they're both simultaneously in the same no. Okay, you're okay. It's just for this bit. You Yeah. Okay, I'm okay. And thanks for the hydrate, honey. Let me go do that right now.
Yeah. That's happened.
Okay. Yeah, we were just talking about, content related to Disney and as well as other cartoons and bunch, cause, the subject of darker Disney movies kind of jump started this.
I do want to mention, Fine Lord Bluff mentioned the Grimm's Fairy Tales, because guess what game I've been playing recently?
What's that?
The Wolf Among Us.
Hey! Oh man, now I want to play that again.
I'm hooked on that. And listen, they do that thing I love where it's, modernized basing things on fairy tales and the like. It's reminds me of this old anime I used to watch as a kid, Mayor, if you guys, for the 3 people who remember that one. I can consider it as one of the first isekai anime out there, because it's about a kid who basically has to fight evil in a fantasy world with the help of Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk, Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz, and Snow White.
I don't think I actually heard or watched this.
It's a fun one.
I think I want to give it a go. So I'll give it a look once we're. Can you actually write this thing down so I actually won't forget?
Yeah, I'll do it in the TV chat. Hold on, let me get the full name because it's kind of a hard one to
A mouth.
look because it's
a
not a mouthful. It's just if you just type in MAR, you'll get a lot of different results.
Alrighty then. Let's see. If you and Steve could dress up as any Disney couple, who would it be and why? I think it's gonna be a little bit hard to figure out which one is the best one for both of us, you know?
Yeah.
Given that our personalities are, a little bit different, Steve is much more of a rugged type than a prince. I may be feminine, and I also have my times where I like to be girly. But boy, howdy, do I actually have tomboy tendencies, and I also swear like a sailor. And oh boy, do I scream a lot. I think the supply of screams are not very short. But yeah, right now, Fu, we are working on the first NPC that is for my Hollows Grove idea, where I am drawing the mayor of the said town, who is a Orthros with a Scottish Terrier look on him. Let's see. And I also have this very fun idea too that I actually was a spur of the moment while I was drawing out Orton. That's his name. I like the idea that Orton is the father of Flannery, if you will. And for those who need a refresher, Flannery is my werewolf waifu. Which is this one here. I'm using this to paste the image there, and that is how short Orton is compared to Flannery. There's a reason you carry a mace with that armor. Yep, pretty much. I mean, the mace / rolling pin is the first warning. Well, no, it's the second warning. First warning is the broom. Second warning is the mace / rolling pin. Third warning is where I actually take out either the gun or ASMR mode. It depends on the day. Depends on the mood of the day and the customer on who decides to be a very rowdy sort. Let's see. And I also have an idea or two when it comes to Orton, if you will. Orton is the owner, is the mayor of the town, and one who actually helps out on your living situation when you got into Hollows Grove by accident. He will not only be busy trying to run the town, but also try to figure out a way to actually find a way to get you, aka the player, back to your home. Because humans technically aren't supposed to be in Hollows Grove, as it was a place that is a sanctuary to most monsters, if you will. And as such, that so it's also another reason why you're basically but Orton also needs to figure out how is it that it's possible for you to be here, and as he's also trying to figure out alongside with other key NPCs on how to actually get you back, because your supposed stay in Hollows Grove is not supposed to be a very long one. It's supposed to be one that you could last for a whole year, but well, there will be some circumstances, but I'm sure that there will be a point when it reaches in that section where you will choose to stay, and everyone would actually be happy about it. I'm on the fence on whether or not should I actually make it expand the plot when it comes to Hollow's Grove a little bit more, because I know Rune Factory is well known for incorporating plot when it comes to their farm sim game. When it comes to the farm sim game that they advertise, I would know since I've played Rune Factory 3 and 4. So maybe there will be some level of plot that goes alongside when it comes to Hollow's Grove. That something did actually brought you in there, and but that would also mean that we have to do other things that's for the Hollow's Grove project, such as well, project / idea, such as there's some kind of combat involved, and you'll have to figure out how to actually fight, so you can actually fight off the bosses that shows up in Hollow's Grove. What do you guys think?
That's pretty good.
Thanks for the stretch. Oof. Let me go ahead and do that. Fun fact, my brother and his wife did Tarzan and Jane. Really? They did that? Huh. What do you think for us, hun? That's the thing. I could think about just about... Oh. Okay, it's that kind of... Alright. Alright.
I mean, Rapunzel and Flint's always a classic.
Yeah, that may be true. It's just that Steve is, much more rugged than a prince, and I'm happy with that. And
that's kind of why I'm specifically that, because Flynn isn't exactly a traditional prince. He's a bit more rugged compared to the other ones.
Okay, so someone is rolling for the jar. Rude. And, let's see. One is going to be for Dave, 2 is, for Fu, 3 is I turn into a jar, and 4 is I'm gonna have to roll again. And that was a mistake, but that was also 4, so I'm rolling again. Also another 4, so I'm rolling again. Sorry, Fu, but you're going into the jar.
Very well.
Okay, and okay, there it is. Any last words?
Nah, I don't have any.
Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker!
Thanks, honey. Thank you for playing back that sound. Okay. They talk about the tangled version of Rapunzel. Finn, the guy that we see the meme and all the swords surrounding him. Yes, that one. That one indeed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so... I think that looks pretty good when it comes to Mayor Orton. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good for Mayor Orton. And he is, and yeah, just like Scottish terriers, he is on the short side. Okay. Oh, 3 is too thin. Okay. 6. Give me 5. It's the middle of the road for this. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and actually clean this thing up. I called dibs on Flannery. Then you may have to actually, I had a feeling that when it comes to, Flannery, I think when it comes to the courtship, I think when it comes to dialogue, when it comes to Flannery's courtship, ritual courtship, moments, that, Orton is gonna try his best to actually showcase his support, but his other head is also trying his it also depicts his other thoughts, because Orton instead of having two different individuals into one head, it's just two different personalities onto one body. The second head is his much more stern slash his much more stern side, whereas his other head is his much more jovial side. Does that actually help make things more sense?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Considering my love for Cerberus girls, I kind of get that. But this kind of reminds me of this very funny thing I was doing back when I was writing fan fiction, because the monsters of the week were somewhat based off of mythological creatures.
Oh.
So the first one was, of course, the Hellhound. Then there was a second one based on the Orthro, and then there was going to be a third one that was a Cerberus, where the Hellhound and the Orthro would have came back as well.
Huh. That actually sounds like a cool project.
It was.
What happened?
I just got burnt out, and like I didn't felt like going back to it.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
But ever consider giving it a shot after how long it's been?
Nah, it's. I just. Honestly, I've forgotten a lot of the plot points I've tried to keep straight.
Aww.
I think I mostly wrote it for one specific climax moment, and then like that's kind of where I ended on. It's like I got that out of my system. I wrote 20 plus chapters of build-up for that one moment.
You know what? That's kind of fair. There's literally a Pokemon with the same name, Jex. The Mayor does. Wait. The Mayor does look like he is inspired by the Cerberus, the three-headed dog, from what I can get. That is true. Cerberus is iconic for a three-headed dog, but there's also another dog in Greek mythology. That's the Orthros, a two-headed dog. One that made their appearance during I think it was Hercules's during Hercules' story about the 12 labors. Yep, that's the one. And I decided to actually make use of that, as his original idea was to be a two-headed dragon, but an Orthros is much fun.
I also need to mention it was an MLP fanfic that I slowly got I fell out of that fandom a long time ago.
You know, fair. Let's see. One of the children of Typhon, multi-headed dragon man, and Echidna, the snake woman. Yep. Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't help but always think back to ReZero whenever I think of Echidna.
And that's
because my friend Tox has an entire shrine to her.
Wow.
She has a lot of Echidna figures.
Let's see. And now that we're about done with the base of the inks, it's time for us to actually start working onto detailing the inks, if you will. And as well as fixing up where we could when it comes to the rest, because some of these definitely are in need of a cleanup. Let's see. Oh, that's 5? Okay, so let's see. I am going to depict Mayor Orton's wrinkles onto his. I'm gonna try to see if I can implement wrinkles and bunch onto Orton. as he is the mayor of Hollows Grove. I'm trying my best to showcase and depict age as I could, but thinking about it now, given that he is I need to figure out what will his proper age is going to be for this. Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and fix this up. Oh, nope. What do you think of Mayor Orton's design, though?
I like it.
Thank you. Let's see. So, this one's a monster. I trust you mean the good kind? Yes, it is, because Hollows Grove is meant to be something like that of a monster sanctuary. After they've, and how you're able to get into Hollows Grove by accident is something that Mayor Orton is gonna try his best to help out where you could, while also telling you it's important to kind of lie low until you until they figure out how they're going to help you out, if you will. However, there will come a point where the cat's out of the bag that you're actually human, and how the monsters and eventually the monsters you befriended will actually warm up to the idea that you're not really as bad as you appear.
So Rosaria plus vampire.
Yeah, a little bit of Undertale in there too, because after all, they're basically chased away from humans.
So I just want to mention, if you've only watched the anime of Rosaria plus vampire, do yourself a favor and read the manga, because they took out a lot of the horror elements in the anime.
I can only imagine just how much they actually neutered it for the sake of broadcasting it.
They get just straight up Lovecraftian horror in the later chapters.
Oh fuck!
Yeah. And I also want to note, I did not watch the second season of Rosaria plus Vampire because it says on my notes, excessive use of panty shots.
I mean,
like, even for an anime, there was too much.
It can't be that bad, right?
I couldn't get past episode 1 of the second season. The first season's fine. The second one, meh.
I mean, I think I could give it a try if you will. Okay.
I'm gonna be one of those freaks. Read the manga. You get if you're a horror fan.
I mean, I do kind of like myself some horror every now and then. I've read Higurashi and I still came out swinging, despite that there's some things in that that would live in my head rent free.
I think I've repressed a lot of Higurashi.
But
there are like a few blips of awfulness I've seen, and then I'm like, blank.
You know what?
I know I've seen it.
I think for me, I actually, yeah, I can relate to that, but I was actually left with a sheer amount of disappointment when I learned whatever happened to the Higurashi remake. It's really bad. They brought back their OG cast from the 2000s anime, and it turns out to be bad. And then there's the Chinese censorship version of a particular scene that is much more funnier than it should be.
Kiki's also a really good one.
Thanks for the bits, honey. Whew, got a surprise plushie barrage. And you have a good day at work. Alright. I think this looks pretty good for Orton. At least for those wrinkles. What do you think?
I think that looks really good.
Okay. Cause I'm using inspirations from Jock from Lady and the Tramp in order to make Orton's look more Scottish enough, as because he is based on a Scottish Terrier aside from being an Orthros.
Yeah, I get it.
And also thinking about it now, Flannery's got his ears. At least for the other version.
I do find it funny that in reviewer server we've been watching Ghost Story.
Oh, wait. Is that the
English dub, yes.
Is that the one?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god. How'd it go?
It's good.
Oh.
I mean, I like it because I'm a yokai freak and there's a lot of yokai in there.
But, Ghost Story, but the English dub of Ghost Story is so bad that it's actually good. I mean, to be fair, it was an anime that was pretty bad, and everyone tries their best to salvage it, but the anime dub is like, you know what? We'll do something a little bit different with this. Or at least, at least that's what I'm thinking. Or am I mistaking it for another anime?
Nah, they're the ones that they kind of let the VAs ad-lib a lot of stuff.
Huh. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me actually fix Orton's ears to make it similar to Flannery's ears. Okay. At least the English, at least it's not the English dub that's about an animal that involves a Bible that is in blue. Oh, fuck! Ah, that's a classic.
Excuse me?
Anyways,
Ladies and gentlemen, I do ask that while we are happy to make innuendos, try not to come a little too close to the specifics.
I know exactly what they're talking about, but all I could say is that yeah, that's a classic.
Like I said, I enjoy it, but that's because I am a freak when it comes to yokai.
Okay,
It's why I've been enjoying Ghostwire Tokyo so much.
and that's okay, you know? Everyone here has their own likes and dislikes, and that's okay. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good for his ear. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now I guess that all what's left to do now is to work on his pants and should I get this Stern Orton's head a scarf or something or
It can go either way.
thing is I don't know what would actually look good onto the Stern Orton's head compared to the Jovial Orton's head. Okay. There we go. So we're gonna work on this. And we're gonna work on that. Oh, there. Okay. Let me go fix up those pants and there we go. That doesn't look too bad. Okay. Now, that doesn't look way too bad than I thought. So we're gonna go ahead and use this moment to actually fix up his stash. and fix up his shirt. And then afterwards, we're gonna go do some colors. But you know, I think I should leave it to I wonder if I should leave it to the people in Patreon or my community to ask which one should we actually draw next for those who live in the Hollows Grove project. Because we did talk about other brainstorming ideas, such as one of them being a siren slash harpy singer that you find in the lounge where Percy works. But I had a feeling that if she is that hot enough, people would most likely want to ask for her to be a romanceable partner, if you will. Okay. So let's see. And we're gonna go ahead and start working on the whiskers of his stashes. I thought yeah, that one is banned. Okay. So we're gonna go work on that, and we're gonna go do that. So I did go and look up at the Bible one. It kind of makes me think of the Nightmare Campus. I don't think I actually am familiar with that one. Okay, so... No worries, I'm in my 40s and I'm allowed to do that. Oh, okay. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Let's see. I should look into the Scottish Terriers again to see if I should actually implement some level of fluffs. If I were to depict some extra fluff on this dog, where will it be? Also, Scottish Terriers are, looking at them now, they're stupid cute. Hey. Font. Okay, now let's see. No gourds, it gets pretty not safe for work and crazy. No gore, but not safe for work. Ah, okay, good to know. One anime that has really good English dubbing is Black Lagoon. Oh. Okay, so I think no. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and okay, that's not where I wanted to go. Okay, there we go. But I'm also on the fence that if I can't give a ghost costume onto the player where they get to have some ghost abilities, I'm thinking about making something else of another workaround or something that the player actually comes with a pumpkin head that they wore, that they actually ended up dropping into the well and such. And Mayor Orton actually thinks that in order to help blend into the other monsters in Hollows Grove, the player has to keep wearing that pumpkin head when they actually go into town. Whenever it's time for doing the usual of getting seeds and supplies in bunch. And you basically pass off as a Dullahan, if you will. Now, for those who are not familiar when it comes to this little mythology, a Dullahan is basically a headless specter who actually walks the earth and haunts others. But yeah.
Funny enough, that I wanted to get some like quick Halloween costume commissions because I forgot to do that this year. But one of them was to have food be a Dullahan this year.
Oh?
Yeah.
Hey, that actually sounds really good. Not gonna lie.
I mean, I can survive if my head were to be chopped off.
Oh boy, splatting. Okay, that's a good one. That involves dressing up as ghosts and devils, that tricking them as real ghosts, the bad kinds, and the devils thinking that you're one of them, and that way they won't get you. Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking that so while you're walking around, you, the player, is wearing this pumpkin head to actually make other civilians believe that you're just some sort of a headless haunt or a headless haunt or Dullahan that came to town for at least, and they'll stay for a year. But there will come a point that your human identity actually gets get to be released, and then you have to figure, and then everyone would depending on the standing of the town, would still accept you in a sense, because, well, you actually are not that of a bad person that humans of old legends used to be. But you still got a boss or two to actually to take care of, if in a sense. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there in the fly and trying to see which one of them actually sticks.
Good evening.
Oh, hi, Afton.
Hey, yeah.
I see the Orthros idea got to you.
Mm-hmm.
And is that a miniature schnauzer?
Scottish Terrier. Hey, listen.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair point. Wait, as in the West Highland Terrier or actual Scottish Terrier?
These little guys.
They just remind me a little bit of one of my aunt's old dogs. Sorry.
I know, but I actually like these dogs.
Would you have one yourself if you, well, if the cats were one?
I wouldn't mind having one myself.
I'm Arf.
Oh, hi, Ellie.
Hello.
Hey, you.
Let's see.
Makoto, I have unlocked a new achievement. Love in deep space hyperfixation.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm back in gotcha hell.
Oh.
I'm back in gotcha hell.
Oh,
Question,
no,
what's your gotcha hell
Ellie.
this time?
You get any? Do you got any winners so far?
I am horrifically confused. What are you asking?
Do you got any winners so far?
Winners for what?
For your for your new deep love for this game.
Oh, like characters?
Uh-huh.
I'm a Zane girly.
Okay.
I love a man who is financially stable, older than me, and has childhood backstory with the MC, childhood best friend with trauma. I am a very simple lady, and I have simple needs.
Can I ask what game this is again?
Huh?
What game is this again?
It is called Love and Deep Space.
Oh, never heard of that one.
It's a mobile game, and it is, as me and my friend lovingly call it, hot boyfriend Tamagotchi.
And that's okay. Who am I to judge?
I'll
I mean-
judge.
I mean, I was expecting another gacha game.
Listen, I haven't been in the gacha scene in 8 years.
yeah, you should possibly go see Zenless Zone Zero.
No, I don't want to.
No, look, I mean, look, as tempting as those games are, they don't have what Ellie and I are kinda into.
Dating sims.
Massive sausage.
No, not that! I like my man as look, if my man is not as built like a goddamn, fridge, I'm sorry, I can't. Oh God, Ellie! Look what you did. How could you?
There's something that needs my attention. I will be back.
See ya.
Okay.
Sorry, you literally built it up for me to literally pull the center bar.
Where is Foos?
And yes, I was talking about the muscle.
Oh.
Besides, like, I'm as much as certain gacha games are out there, I'm very loyal to only one.
Hmm.
Arknights.
Let's see. I got a himbo in the gacha game I play, though I wish they gave him some buff arms to go with the abs. I know, right? And that annoys the living giblets out of me. That you depict characters that look like they had this himbo vibes and they actually are fucking hot. But if they are depicted as lean meat or chicken if they're depicted as incredibly lean meat, all I could actually say is that I am a disappointed Miki and I deserve more. Does that make more sense?
Something joke to be made here. Oh no, wait, no, I got something for this.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Now that I actually got Mayor Orton ready, so we're gonna go ahead and work in inks.
Call them Orton. Aw.
Yeah. He is the NPC that you will first meet when it comes to your adventures when it comes to Hollow's Grove.
So is one like really happy and okay, and the other one's just a grump?
In a sense, yes. And Orton, I'm thinking about it when it comes to how his dual nature work is. Instead of like two different individuals with one body, it's just two different personalities in one body. Does that make more sense?
That actually does. Like, I'm guessing very jolly, very jovial, kind, happy is like on the, of course, the left head, and the right head's a little bit more of a down to earth, a bit more rough around the edges.
Pretty much.
I mean, interaction-wise, I feel like what you could do is like if he needs like a request or something, or just genuinely nice conversation, you have the left head. But when it's something like a little bit like he's either annoyed or there's something that's kind of like wasting his time, or someone else is wasting his time, the other head starts speaking and acting out.
I mean, I think something more or less like that, yeah. But Mayor Orton is the one, but it is not a bad idea. I am just shooting stuff on the fly to see which one actually sticks. I'm flying on the seat of my pants when it comes to Hollow's Grove. There's some things.
Do you not have like a place where you write all of this down?
I tried to, but I keep forgetting. Since I missed giving shorter versions, here's a family folktale of my or legend of my great grandpa, now Uncle Ivich Alhoin. One answer was an Irish knight who became a Dullahan and is claimed to be the one of the escorts of the dead to the underworld. even claims to drive the black coach or know that that bit of Irish lore. Ah! But yeah, I'm thinking that when it comes, I also have this one neat idea that when you, the player, whenever it's just you into the farm, you actually can be your human. You can actually have your human self, but when you actually had to go into town, you have to wear the pumpkin head that you kind of came with. You came with, or Mayor Orton gave to you, so that people will assume that you're a monster. You know. Yeah. Now I need to figure out what color of his fur is going to be.
I thought you were still sticking with the ghost idea, or is that still up there?
It's still up there, but it's also consider it as idea number 2.
Okay.
Ellie, you're back.
Sorry about that.
No, you're okay. But I'm happy that you're back. Back.
Jesus Christ, Vicky.
I'm sorry. God damn it. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Hold on, I need to check something real quick.
No,
Nope, definitely not that.
I'm sorry. God damn it. I guess that's...
You know that there's literally, I mean, the New Zealand rugby team is literally named after this exact name.
I didn't mean it. I guess that means. I guess this is a sign that...
Look. What's important was the intent. There was no poor intent here.
I don't know. I'm looking at myself, and I am very much the opposite of black. So
Ooh.
sorry about that.
I think this is a sign that says I definitely need some water in my system because I have been talking so much.
Yep, here you go. Have a hydrate.
I think sleeping is also important.
Yeah, like,
Ugh.
there you go. Have a drink.
Hold on a second.
Also, before I forget to circle conversation way back when to when I mentioned City of Mist, it turns out it's not a D10 system, it's actually a 2D6 system.
Oh.
The basic premise is, let's see, it was 6 or less is a failure, 7 to, I think it was 7 to 8, or 7 to 9 was a success with complications, and 10 plus was a total success.
Sounds a little bit complex.
Not really, though. It's not that different from the concept of Pathfinder, where you're essentially just rolling between success, partial success, and failure.
Huh.
And then all of the sort of attributes, positive and negative, affect the rolls depending on the context of the situation.
Hold on a second. I need to actually stop for a little bit. 1 so I can actually stand up. 2 I can yawn, and 3 so I can put on this because we're gonna be having an ad in a moment.
I'm trying to find a himbo, but I don't know where they are.
Huh. Okay. So yeah, while we're having the ad break right now as we speak, we could use this time to actually ask to answer some questions that we got so far, you know? This could also be related any questions that's related to Hollow's Grove is something I also wouldn't mind answering. Let's see. I have cured her of her tongue glitter. Yeah, no. That's definitely on me, I guess.
Oh,
Ellie's got... Oh, okay.
I think she's just having connection issues.
Well, okay. Traditional black fur or maybe grayish. How old is the mayor? I think when it comes to Mayor Orton, given Flannery as she is, he could be something in equivalence to something like that of middle age or older, or a little bit past that. Somewhere around if using humanish years, something you can find in your late 40s, early 50s.
I was gonna say, if you're going to think of like something outside the black fur, I'm just gonna take a book from like seeing other dogs and maybe like add some like additional colors from that breed's fur patterns as well. Like I've seen some Scottish Terriers have like browns on the mustache.
Browns is not a bad idea, as long as we actually try our best when it comes to the value test.
Oh my god. Oh no, that's a plush toy. I thought that was real.
There's apparently a hyped up anime called Dandadan. I think don't you mean Durarara? If that's what you're talking about, because I know that one of the iconic characters there is a Dullahan, and very well known for wearing that one yellow helmet with the cat ears on it. No?
Oh yeah, that one. No, not that one.
I could have actually mistaken that. I could have sworn that's the one.
I think Danadan is the one where it involves those two students. One that believes in aliens, the other believes in ghosts, but they don't believe in the opposites of each other.
Huh.
And then they finally interact with both things, and now they kind of both believe they're real. So now they're kind of experiencing both the paranormal and the extraterrestrial.
I think I am kind of lost. Okay. It's one of those paranormal type of animes. Ah, okay. But yeah, let's see. You said you wanted me to try giving a splotch of brown on the stash.
Yeah. Also, I sent an image of another Scottish Terrier with a different fur color as well.
Okay, so let me take a gander.
Your choice, to be honest. But they seem to be mostly primarily black. But this is like the alternative.
I gotta make sure his fur is a little bit in contrast to the black fur. But yeah, I like the idea that when you fell into the well and you got into the darkness, and after hearing the thuds, suddenly you hear two distinct voices that are actually in the middle of a talk or an argument. And when you finally came to, instead of two people, you actually see Mayor Orton actually have a bit of a conversation with himself, and is actually surprised you're awake.
Wait,
Hey,
that's,
you! You're finally
that's how
awake.
you get there through a well.
Hi! I'm drawing a good boy, Mayor.
I see that.
Although, interesting question. How would you hug this guy?
I mean, he
Go
is
in between the
very
necks.
He is very short.
I was just gonna say, like, should you go between the necks? Like, would that feel?
Let's see. There was Scotty, my friend, that had a black wheated that had a wheaten color coat, but the stash was fully black. Maybe black may not be the right fur color when it comes to Orton.
Maybe. Well, it might be. You just need something to help it make it stand out. Maybe some sprinklings of gray.
I mean,
Show his
Well,
age a little more.
I was actually like the idea is like it was just on the tips of his stash, not like fully on the stash.
Hold on. In that case, hold on. I also need to do something very important. No,
What's
not that important. Implementing the value test. Basically, take one layer that is black, you set that layer to color, and it'll actually give you an idea on how your values look like so far. Alright, now, let me try doing scruffs of gray onto streaks of gray onto his stash. Something that stands out.
He's a bit peppered.
Mm-hmm. Oi, lad, you're awake. I don't think he's actually waking up. Ah, come on, he's probably dead. No, he's not. He's actually breathing.
He's
What
not.
is?
Oh, honey, if I may.
Okay.
Oi, you! Wake up! Come on now, wake up! What are you even bothering? He's probably dead. He's not dead! He's clearly breathing!
Yeah, Steve definitely got the
Oh,
voice.
wait,
there.
hold on. They're stirring.
They're waking up.
Hey,
Good.
you're finally awake! You were trying to cross the border, right?
Don't you know it's forbidden? Don't you know it's forbidden to do that?
Well, I'm
There's
wondering more is why you were able to, how you were able to find the border. The wards on that thing are very intense.
It took people ages to even figure it out how to even cross here, or even find out.
Hmm.
Isn't this place supposed to be a sanctuary when this is supposed to be the first human in decades, if not centuries? How would that even work, Captain?
Yes, I'm just going along with what's going to happen. I'm sorry. Yeah, I will need to.
Welcome to Hollows Grove. But you're going. See, monsters here are not really used to seeing humans after for ever since the last time we've been banished. And some.
Yeah, at best they're paranoid, and at worst they're outright hostile.
So we have a backup plan. So for this occasion,
Wait, we do?
presents the pumpkin head.
What is this?
Really? That's your plan? A damn fruit?
Look, all we have to do is tell the townsfolk that you're a Dullahan that came by the town for just a year, and afterwards you'll just be going off to your merry way.
You really think they're going to buy that?
Yes. Aye. Most of them.
But don't most Dullahans have fire or smoke coming out of the stump? If that's the case, then won't it need to light up or at least have smoke coming out of it?
Aye. That's why there's enchantments on this. So, whenever you anytime you come into town, put this pumpkin head on. But when you're actually on your own, or when you actually are, but whenever you're on your own or you're in your home, you're free to take it off. Just
Okay.
don't get caught.
I need to excuse myself. I have some chores to do.
All right, you take care. Thank you for coming.
At your round.
Say it, Dave.
So, what do you think of this hypothetical conversation with Orton?
It definitely
I
suits.
like it. Plus, it's just our natural chemistry of bouncing off each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you think of an Orthros, you definitely like personality-wise, but you could also see it as like siblings as well too.
I think of it more as a more pronounced version of a bipolar disorder, where not only is it mentally involved, but also physical. Two heads and all.
Yeah.
Where there are traits that both do share and values both share, they're just very different in how they express them.
How do you overdo with spaghetti? My thoughts exactly. Are you gonna be okay, Raven? But yes. Also, I have this. Wait a minute. What the fuck am I doing? What the... I could just.
How you doing?
I should have just taken the brown from. I could have taken the brown from Flannery's head because he's basically Flan's father.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We're
Flannery.
not made aware of this.
I like the idea that Flannery is wait a minute, hold on a second. I could just use this for I know I would like the idea that making him a black Orthros, but Um.
Want to make him brown?
Uh huh.
Okay.
Hmm.
But what do you? Well, what do you guys think?
Well, if all else fails, the brown could come from her mother.
Yeah, that would be a bad case.
Yeah.
Also, like, if you think about it, like, now you just give me thoughts on like how the whole theology of that would work. Like, hear me out. Like, you would think the Cerberus, the Orthros, and the Lycanthrope, specifically the wolf one, would be related or be in a similar family tree.
Oh, she
Oh.
is my soulmate. My very tall soulmate. We made it work.
How?
Short kings.
Check.
Wait, already?
Hmm?
Like, cause now I'm just imagining you get this short, demure Scottish Terrier, like, and then there's just this thick Amazonian tall woman next to him, like, this is my soulmate, my very tall soulmate. We'll make it work.
She's just a winter wolf.
I was thinking maybe one of those old Hollywood werewolf she-wolf movie depictions of werewolves.
Oh, you mean like Teen Wolf or anything like that?
Yeah.
Where the face is still somewhat human, but there's some wolf features in there?
Yep.
Yeah, that works.
But
Now I'm just thinking about that kid doing like his very first transformation. His dad is like checking out, like, hey, and he tries to prevent him opening the door. Opens the door. His dad's the same way.
I like that scene so much. Not the first time I've seen such a pair, though different species. I mean, yeah, it's not the first time I made a character. I made a pair who was basically one short king and one lean mom.
Yeah.
I mean,
Violette.
Violet's
Hello,
parents.
Yeah, I was literally about to say.
But what do you think of this for do you think I got his stash just about right, or do I need to fix it, iron this out a little bit more?
Maybe it'll pop out more once you put in some lighting and shading and such.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do think the base stuff is a lot more is good. I also like how there's more gray in the more serious head.
Yeah, because they're more stressed.
Well, running a town does that to you.
Well,
Now then, I need to figure out what colors would I actually make for the mayor. Why am I... Vector layers is good for line art.
Wait, I just had a thought.
What was that?
Would they be ambidextrous?
Yes.
yeah. I mean, two brains after all.
Hmm. Yeah, but that always brings up the question on, like, specifically like a medical one, where if there's two brains, do they control, like, one half of the body?
I mean, that's how it works for attached Siamese twins.
Conjoined twins.
Conjoined.
Yeah.
Should I make his beans black?
Yes.
Alright.
Because the black tends to pop out as more so with more active canines.
Hmm.
Because they're essentially exposed to more stuff on the ground.
Now then.
I can imagine him as essentially a pacer.
Oh.
Whenever he gets stressed or he starts thinking a lot, he starts pacing.
And Flanny also got that same habit.
Yeah, like, it is quite actually a good idea because Scottish Terriers were used to kill and hunt down vermin on farms. And they were specifically bred for hunting badgers and foxes.
Well, I can only imagine that one of the boss NPCs you'll meet into the game,
actor.
because I'm thinking about adding some sort of combat elements into that, is something like of a kitsune like fox, and then Orton's like, oh, hello there.
just both sides completely in sync because they have a similar goal. Oh, hello there.
No, wait, if he acts like that, does the eyebrows just go up and you just see his very intense eyes?
Yep.
Oh, I forgot how cute the little werewolf girl librarian is.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm also thinking that she's also got his dad's eyes. Let's actually see if how well they pop onto him.
Okay, I mean, black and blue is a good combo for a reason.
Oops.
Oh yeah, those are piercing.
Yeah, those work.
Yep, they will definitely work. This is Flatty's dad.
Just meanwhile, you just have one who's like the doting think Full Metal Alchemist, so proud of their daughter and is just constantly showing off pictures of her. Meanwhile, the other one is got more silent sense of pride.
So this guy goes postal whenever Berman gets it.
Yeah. I mean,
Bond mission: kill the rodents of unusual size.
Oh, don't worry,
Yeah, like
lad.
it-
I took
like it-
care of. Just say the word and I'll take care of all the vermins that you find in your farm. I'll make it look like an accident.
he's just there with a baseball bat. You know, like, what makes it even funny, like, imagine the prank that you pull on them, like, oh, I just thought of an idea. Like, one of the interactions you can do with him, like, especially, like, a date with, like, one of, like, his daughter, you could definitely, like, pull a prank on him, and it's like, you essentially, like, have, like, a fake raccoon, and some of the sort, and it's just in his window. He looks at it, and he's just like, his dog instincts just come in, and he just starts barking at it, like, hey! Hey! Get over here! Get back here! He just runs out the room.
Don't know about that. That'd probably be something where, like, someone who's trying to fuck with him and potential, not a villain, but an antagonist would probably do that, and it's your job to stop him.
I was thinking something in the lines that Orton, when in his youth, actually is one hell of a fighter, if you will. Cause I was thinking that in the environment to actually that sometimes you can actually tell what kind of character a person is from the environment that they're depicted on. And one of the stuff you find in Orton's wall, if you ever go into his house, would actually depict medals when it comes to shooting range, as well as his iconic gun or weapon, if you will.
A pair of old break-action revolvers.
Yep.
Yes.
Now then, let's see what color would suit well for you. I know I use yellow for flan, but I mean,
Yeah, that definitely actually does help your statement.
Yeah,
on
I'd actually
revolvers.
say for him, make it like a darker shade, like more of a gold.
okay.
Like, Steve, you actually gave me a thought, like, when you spoke about revolvers, because I remembered that the Scottish do make their own revolvers. That could work.
Okay, so how's this much of a darker shade? Let me
Hey.
bring out Flannery to serve as a bit of a comparison.
She definitely got her looks from her mother.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely does have, like, the darker colors as well, too.
Yeah. Whoa, you want to go? You want to have a go with me, eh, laddie?
I'm sorry. You're harder than me. Don't mind him. He's just much more protective of wee Flannery than I am. You should be more protective. She's more than capable of taking care of herself. Yeah, but.
Aww.
The humans are. The humans are all. The humans are all monsters. Well, yeah. The humans are. I can't. The humans are all.
The humans are all monsters.
Well,
I
yeah,
remember
now,
that
but they weren't then. Well, yeah, then, but they weren't now.
Just like humans, the humans are the monsters. You keep saying that the humans keep on acting like all humans are monsters. They are all monsters. Well, they weren't then, but not now.
Okay, what should I do for you?
He just whispers, I mean, have you seen the shit they're drawing on the internet? Yes, I have, and I'm concerned that you look at that.
Oh, they're definitely like, yeah, like if one of them sees it, they both know exactly what it is.
I mean, one brainstem, one's fine.
Like I said, 2 different personalities, just one body. I don't think this is the knot that I used for Flanny's,
Yeah, it was a smaller one. Although, maybe like do the downwards.
downwards? I don't know if this is working, my guy.
Nah.
Maybe like rotate it, like curve it a bit.
Okay, let me try this. Nah.
Nah,
No.
I thought that was wrong.
Okay.
It just kind of shows off his gut more than he would like.
No. I'd say we'd be. What do you think? I'd be nice to him. I kick him out. I'd be nice to him. Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up.
They definitely just have
Well-
like long conversations with each other with no care whatsoever.
Meanwhile, the mother's just, there they go again. I'll
Alright.
be the first to admit that it's tiring to see them argue, but I can't deny how adorable it is.
Let's see. I think that looks pretty good for Mayor Orton. Let's see. What else am I missing when it comes to this? Oh well, it'll come to me. But I also have been having a thought when it comes to Mayor Orton. That, I know that we had fun when it comes to bringing up the idea of the wife, but I also have this one idea that, the wife is not present. You can find in the town because because she's actually been dead for a long time. But it is a thought. But what do you think?
I mean, not a bad thought. It would explain why he's so protective.
That would be a good case.
Let's see.
But how's your day been going?
I'm doing all right. I'm actually having I'm on a roll when it comes to doing this for the Hollows Grove project. I just hope that what I actually depict on Orton, it is mayor-like in vibes. Do you think?
Definitely does. Also, he has like this very fatherly presence where you're around him and he's like, you feel very comfy about him.
Just make sure. All you gotta do is just wear this pumpkin head around town, and everyone will just believe you're just a monster. Just stand by for a year. So, in the meantime, I'll just try to talk all the sources I know that'll actually help you find a way back. Just stay.
Oh, well, what about the daughter? She's the one spending all her time in the library. If anyone would know her to be her. At least a good place to start.
Aye, Flanny. Okay.
Immediately shilling his own daughter.
Yeah, I mean, look at her! Look how adorable she is! This was her when she was 5!
We just have to hope she doesn't accidentally out to the entire town that he's actually a human.
capable of. That's the thing. I imagine he's capable of keeping any secret, except when it comes to his daughter.
Hmm.
I think if you need some questioning, you can actually ask Flanny to actually take it around town.
Are you sure? I mean, she knows the way around the library, sure, but she doesn't really get out that often.
Yeah, I mean, she has been studying hard on how to she has been studying hard, and I figure this will be the good opportunity to try out her new skills.
All right, I suppose you have a point.
For some reason, I can't help but imagine that someone accidentally immediately outs the protagonist,
Oh no.
only for everyone to be like, calm down, it's fine. He's not human. He's dead.
Well, undead, but yeah.
Isn't that like Dr. Alexander over there in town? No.
Different kind of dead.
Hey, no, they're dead. What? Wait! Just be careful. While she's friendly enough, she also tends to ramble. And there are also a few people in town that are not quite as, passive as she is.
Let's see. There's one isekai anime where the guy gets isekai teleported to a game, but he is just a skeleton wearing a massive set of armor. Ah, Overlord!
No, he's referring to a different one. I forget its name, but it's definitely different.
Huh? What? I'm
There's
sorry?
an anime about his skeleton who hides that he is a skeleton in the first place by using armor. And that's his entire gimmick. He is not actually secretly king of the world in it either.
What? I thought Overlord it was the one anime that does that shtick.
Wait,
It is, but this one followed after.
Wait, I heard Overlord. Which part are we talking about again?
And we're misidentifying something as Overlord.
Wait, what was... Yeah, because the only thing about armor and Dullahands, first of all, there's no Dullahands in Overlord as of yet. Well, actually, wait, no, there is the maid, but she doesn't wear armor. Kind of has more like an armored skirt. But, I feel like the armored Dullahand you may be referring to is the one from Konosuba.
What?
What? No. Overlord as in the anime.
Yeah, we're...
Oh, God.
We were long off the subject,
We
Dullhands,
are-
dude.
Yep.
Urban guys!
Anyways,
Oh. Wait, Skeleton Knight. I think I know what they're talking about now. Jeez, there's so many anime involving undead. It's like, it's just hard to narrow it down.
do you think he had...
Sorry, hon, I don't mean to interrupt. It's just, I want to know, are you going to be cooking something for dinner, or do you want me to pick something up?
What do you have in mind?
Well, I don't know yet. I want to put the option out there.
I was thinking of making some fresh pasta to go well with the leftover spaghetti sauce that we have left, but I had a feeling
Yeah.
that you want that for your buttons for the next couple of days. Well, tomorrow,
Well, I'm only going to have
actually.
it, yeah, tomorrow. And then tomorrow we're going to go to my, my
mean-
dad's wake.
You mean Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, if you're gonna, you know what? Surprise me on the way home.
Sure? You don't have anything particular you want?
Okay. It's either Whataburger or Wait, hold on. I'm trying to remember on which side you actually came back from. Fuck. Okay. It's been a while, so cut me some slack.
I know. It's okay.
Do you pass by Bill Miller on the way back?
I can certainly head towards that way.
Oh, right, shit. The same area where I was thinking. Ah!
That being said, I think I got inhaled a little too much dust today.
Are you gonna be okay?
Well, my throat hurts whenever I swallow, but aside from that, I'm okay. I've been drinking water to try and make things a little easier.
Alright. It's just that you know me. I'm a worry wart.
I know, and I'll tell you what, once I get home, I'll have some of the ice cream to act as an ice pack.
Okay. Well, in that case, Jack in the Box?
Honey, the Jack in the Box got torn down.
Oh, fuck. Right. Ah!
Yeah, it's now a Starbucks.
Ah! This is confusing. Okay, shit.
I could get some Whataburger.
Whataburger is nice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you take an exit right now then?
Love you.
That'll get to.
Okay, so I was thinking in the leagues of the chicken strips, or
Okay, I can do chicken strips. I mean, there are better places to get chicken strips, but I can certainly do that for you.
Then again, yeah, there is a restaurant that is called Whataburger that you can find here in Texas, Boy Splatty.
Yep.
If there's one thing I really do miss about Whataburger that I like is the mushroom burger. That was the first thing I ever.
Mushroom twist?
Yeah.
Well, I can see if they have it.
I am not surprised if they don't, honey, because that was the first burger I ever had when I came to Texas for the first time, and that's years ago.
Yeah, we just left the airport and we were just about to head home, but then it was like, what, 11?
Yep.
12?
Yep.
And we went there because it's a 24-hour place.
Mm-hmm. It was the first thing I had when I came here. So, if they have it, if they have the sweet and spicy burger, junior type,
Okay.
please. Or if not, then the chicken strips.
It'll do.
Thank you.
Love you.
I love you too.
I'm gonna have to ask, what is a Whataburger?
A Whataburger is a burger joint that you find here in Texas. And let me go and grab a. There we go. Okay. Let's see. It's basically a food joint in Texas that they're also it's basically this is your standard Whataburger logos and bunch. They're very well known for having roofs that have this angular shape. Hold on. There you go.
Huh.
I remember that there's this one Whataburger. It's just just one big triangle.
Yeah, I think that one we were on a trip with my mom and Kyle. I know that much.
Ah, this one. Here you go. Copy image. Copy image. Yeah, this is what a Whataburger usually looks like. This one here.
Ah.
Yeah.
I like the architecture of this one.
But this is something you normally see in Texas, so yeah.
A little disappointing.
I know.
Also, I thought it was Whataburger, not Whataburger.
But if there's one thing I really do miss when it comes to limited edition menus from Whataburger, is the white chocolate raspberry shakes. I had that
I mean,
thing once earlier this year, and I was like, where the hell has this been all my life? Okay, so let's go ahead and actually turn on the shading, and I think it looks pretty good.
Sweet.
I had a feeling that also one of the few talents that Mayor Orton has, if you will, he's actually a really good singer. And if you're asking how is he able to sing, think of the Proclaimers, if you will.
I was gonna go more along the lines of Gaelic.
That too, but I like to think of using the what are they again? The Reclaimers? Yes. I was thinking that more of the leagues of the Reclaimers. Because last night I couldn't help but listen to 500 miles and I'm on my way, you know? Oh, Proclaimers! Yeah, that's the one. That's how I kind of hum to whenever I play Warframe.
Yes, you do.
But every time I do I'm on my way, Lo will always keep saying, "Stop making me think of Shrek," and I'm like, no. In fact, I wonder if Shrek is available on Netflix as we speak.
You have time.
Would not know because, well, there's a weird thing with Netflix where you can only get certain things in certain regions.
Not unless you have a VPN.
I don't have that for a Fire Stick.
I know. Yeah. I am still trying to figure out what is the right VPN that could allow me to actually see certain Filipino movies, if you will. Because my God, it's hard for me to actually pull it off. But after Mayor Orton, I need to make a list on what should I actually draw next, as well as what roles you actually see them. They actually play into the game. Cause someone was fortunate enough to actually retweet and like the original list of the Monster Husbandos and waifus I did. I showcased last year, and it helps me, gives me a refresher on who I actually made. There's a lot of burger places with odd names. Some question In-N-Out, others Muya, Burger Fee, and Steak and Shake. I never had a proper In-N-Out burger, but I know Shad's, Five Guys. Five Guys is the one that Shad's, talks about and raves about, and, is actually, and couldn't help but actually gasp with, and like a Victorian ingenue whenever I said I never had a Five Guys.
Really? You haven't?
No.
Not before then.
Oh my goodness, you would love a Five Guys. Like, they're really good.
Oh.
She has had it before. Just up to that point, she hadn't.
Wait, what? Did I?
Huh?
You had Five Guys.
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, shit, you didn't. That's right.
Who are you thinking about then?
Maybe when I was with Sarah on that last day?
I think so. Because,
Get this
I
innkeeper
never
to
had
a Five
Five Guys.
Get this innkeeper to a Five Guys right now!
Allow me to quote a Russian Badger video. Hello, welcome to Five Guys. How do we scam the fuck out of you today?
And I think it was one with the Five Guys. How can I scam the shit out of you today? Like,
Yeah, but... I
yeah,
know
they are
Bird.
quite expensive, but I'd say it's worth the price. Plus, free peanuts.
Okay, so let's
Healthy
see.
peanuts. The good kind.
Okay, but what do you think of this?
Eh. Aww. I just want to give him head pats. Plus, like, he's definitely a hugger. Like, but he looks absolutely gorgeous.
Everyone loves a good. Okay, that's good. Alright, so now it's time for me to do the screening, and then we're pretty much done. But I think I should actually include some level of areas that he does have some gray, you know? Because
Just
he's an
age.
old boy. He's an old boy that, he is an old boy that you still want to actually just, you know. I wouldn't mind having a Scottish Terrier as a dog one day. Do you, honey? I know that you like big dogs, but there's something about these guys that has some sort of charm.
They may be small dogs, but they got very big personalities, like terriers often do. Plus, the other thing is how will the cats interact with them?
He tries to actually, I think Percy, as he is a Nekomata, he tries his best to be, friendly, but he's also tries his best to be, to be stern. As Percy actually, listens to him, but he has some level of, what's the right word for the job? Apprehension slash worry, but that's the cat's but that's a cat's side saying that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm
I
sure
would-
y'all remember Percy, right?
Yeah, the cat, the Nekomata waiter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, the one that actually makes some of my male friends say, "Yes, I will be."
Yes.
I wish to peg this femboy.
I mean, I am thinking about going in the lines of Stardew Valley rules that when it comes to courting, you can basically court who you want, regardless of what your gender is.
Thinking about, wasn't that a plan from the start?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been
That's
a while.
not a thinking about. It's a definitely.
It's been a while. So yeah, any guy who wants to go after Percy, go ahead, go nuts.
There will be nuts.
Or any girl who just wants to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is basically one of the very few femboys that OCs that I've ever designed, but it actually works.
I was actually asking about your 3 cats that you have, how they would interact with a Scottish Terrier.
Huh. I don't think they actually interacted with dogs at all.
Cole didn't. Jojo and Gracie might have, but only in limited capacities.
So we may have to find one that actually can mesh well with cats.
I mean, you can definitely get a puppy, which if the cats are okay with, they'll like tolerate the dog, and then when they grow up, they get a bit better with them. Because it's always best when you get them young.
Right.
But if you're looking to adoption, you would have to look into those that have preferences to cats.
Cause Steve and I, although I don't look like it because I like cats a lot, I also grew up with dogs, and I also and I actually do have fond memories when it comes to the family dogs that I grew up with, in a sense.
Like Panda.
like Panda, exactly. I mean, it's gonna be hard to find a dog that would actually hold the same caliber as Panda, but that's okay.
Well, dogs aren't meant to be new dogs aren't meant to be replacements for older ones.
True, but they also have their own level of personality and charm that make them them.
Yeah. You want to name it Jumpy? Right.
Alright, time for me to add in some specks of gray to this dog's fur as an idea, because he is a bit of a middle-aged old dog. But what do you think?
Cute. He's a boy.
He be good boy.
He's a good boy, Mayor. Oh, hold on, I missed a spot. But yeah, this is the mayor that you will meet in Hollows Grove, and who will help you out when it comes to your time in Hollows Grove. Another person that he knows, who he actually goes to for acquaintance for help, is Kaori, the spider Jorogumo, who is the Hollow Grove's resident rich woman, is actually well known for when it comes to her craft when it comes to arcane.
Okay.
I can also imagine her like playfully teasing him, like flirting, but never actually meaning it. Just mostly loves seeing him flustered.
No. So it's either Kaori or Kenta, the Tengu husbando. Let's see. Yes, Jack's a dragon? By the way, I looked back and I saw something I read a while. But those who are here, the chupacabra. But those who are here who like the chupacabra as a pet.
No.
Nah.
Because chupacabras eat goats, and I like goats. So, no. Like,
Yeah.
just no.
Okay, so I think that
Although-
looks pretty good for the mayor.
Hey.
Oops.
Although there
And-
is something interesting. Apparently there's been actual people out there actively trying to find what a chupacabra is.
It's been like that for decades.
Yeah. Like, some people just say it's a breed of dog that goes about just, well, eating goats. Because that's the only thing that's around there.
Okay, I think this might be enough to say that this is enough. I think this should be enough for Mayor Orton for his look. But that's the mayor. He is an Orthros Scottish Terrier.
The
Well,
goodest mayor.
I hope you actually do enjoy your time here and welcome to Hollows Grove. So, I guess, given that we finally finished up earlier than usual, how about we actually use this? I think I want to use this time to actually just call it here. And,
Sure.
Looking for someone to raid?
Melly is currently asleep, so there's no point to that.
It's
I've
Fairbanks.
I've already raided Banks, but you know what? It's been 6 million years. How about we actually go ahead and raid Red Claw?
Okay.
I was
Yes?
gonna do like a recommendation if that's
What do you have in
okay.
mind?
Someone I mod for called Lil Nectar.
Okay. Can you give me their name?
Let me just plop him down. TV chat too.
Okay.
Little Nectar.
Alright, so let me go ahead and put this there.
Well, let me actually just
Nope.
capital N.
No, this one. All right. I truly do appreciate that you guys came by here today and actually watching me draw out the mayor for the Hollows Grove project. Join me by tomorrow, as I know it will be a day that we get to do Traveler's Rest together, but I feel like doing round 2 when it comes to Warframe. So I guess I'll figure out what when it comes to that, but most likely we're going to be having Warframe again for tomorrow's stream. But I do appreciate that you guys came by here today and watching me draw out our next character for the Hollows Grove project. Until then, this is where I best get going, so I hope to actually see you there. May y'all have a good night, may y'all eat well and rest well, and I'll see you guys next time at the Paper Plane Inn. Take care!
See ya.